It's kind of one of those days that it's just kind of one of those days that feels like things aren't moving forward. And we had a few client prospects that fell through this morning, and then we were doing a live stream and just had no engagement, and and I'm worried about finances and getting enough clients over the next few months, and it's just some days it's just rough. So those are the kind of days that it feels really just enticing to give up. And it's like you have the potential of being really successful. Like that's going to eventually happen, but there are so many roadblocks and bumps you have to get over to get to that point. And it can just be really draining mentally. So I'm just going to listen to some motivational tapes, listen to some entrepreneurs who are really successful now and have gone through this many times. But I just I feel like I get a lot done. Like I'm always working, but the results don't come as quickly as I want them to, or hope for them to, or possibly even need them to. But it's just crazy how there are so many highs and lows. Like earlier this week, we brought on a new client who's just freaking awesome, and I'm really excited to work with her. And then you have a day like this, and then it's like that win is no longer kind of at the forefront of your mind. It's just like the most current thing is at the forefront of your mind. So whether that's a win or a loss, it kind of dictates your mood. And part of me feels like it's just stupid to like even get so frustrated. But it's often difficult when one thing after another happens that's just like not what you expected or not what you were working towards. Just like once those kind of snowball over hours or days, then it can be really difficult to kind of get over that. It's definitely something I'm trying to work on. But at least I know that I will ultimately be successful. Like, absolute worst case scenario, we run out of all our money and we don't get new clients to bring in new money. The absolute worst thing that could happen is we have to move out of this apartment and move in with one of our parents, get a part-time job as a personal trainer or something to bring in some more income, and then just work on this on the side and keep working on building it. And I don't even want to think about that being a possibility, but I guess it does help to put things into perspective and realize that that's the absolute worst thing that can happen. And that wouldn't be the end of the world. So if you're going through this kind of stuff too, I mean, that's just, I think that's the side of entrepreneurship that's not talked about enough. People will focus on the exotic cars and the women and money and that's not really entrepreneurship anyways, but that can be a product of some entrepreneurial journeys if that's kind of your goal, and you become really successful. But that's kind of like all the stuff you see anyways. It's we live in a fake world of entrepreneurship, and yeah, it's not all sunshine, rainbows, Lamborghinis, and vacations in Ibiza. So I hope that whatever you're working on is going well, even in the midst of setbacks and difficulties. That's really something you just have to learn to push through. And maybe not even learn how to push through it, but just have the endurance to push through that. Because who knows, we might get an amazing client tomorrow. And I'm really trying to figure out how to build in more certainty into the client acquisition process. So it's a little too uncertain right now for my taste. But who knows? Like, we could get the right system or get a bunch of clients next week or something, and then I might feel great, and that's a high, and then you drop off and you hit another low, and that's what it is. Like, that's entrepreneurship. And if you want the comfortable, safe life, you go get a 9-to-5 job. This is not that. So I hope this finds you well. Hope that whatever stuff you're going through now is temporary, if it's a setback, and if it's a win, just be sure to remember that as you're hitting your next setback. So hope that you're doing well, and we'll talk soon.